I'm so excited about this. I'm making my first video about this. Femto, as you guys know, is a company that unlocks the ECUs on, or DMEs, whatever you want to call them, on all of the new BMW platforms. Anything after 2020 comes with a locked ECU. They make it seem very mysterious. There's companies out here that charge you a lot of money to get it done. I discovered that you can go directly through Femto. You can do this yourself. You can do it in a 5-day turnaround, and for probably about half the price of what it would really cost you to pay one of these other companies. My grand total for everything was $986. $986. All right, so let's dive right into it. The website you're going to be visiting is femtoevo.com. I will post a link in the description. When you first log on, you are going to have to create an account, much like any other website that you sign up for. Pretty standard stuff. They're going to send you a confirmation code. I will note that you have to use your correct name and address, as it will be used for billing and shipping purposes. Once you've created your account, it will allow you to log in, and it's going to bring you to this page. On this page, they're going to list all of the DMEs that they work on and unlock pretty much every post-June 2020 ECU. For us super guys, it's going to be ECU Unlock Toyota, MDG1. You're going to click on this. It's going to give you options. It is important to note that you do have to choose what tuning software you're going to be using before you unlock, as the unlocks will be specific to the different tuning platforms. I would get with your tuner and see what they prefer. In my case, we went with MHD Plus. You add it to your basket. It's going to ask you for your VIN number, the car model, ECU, and engine type. This is going to be MDG1, engine type B58 if you're working on a Supra. There are several prompts after this page that I can't show you as I'm not filing a new order. Mainly, they're just going to ask you if you would like shipping to be invoiced, or are you going to send a return label. I chose to invoice it because it was $150 shipping, and it was about the same. I felt that it would probably be faster if they were just printing their own label. You will receive email stating that the order was created. You'll then receive an invoice waiting, and after payment waiting. You can see from the timestamps on my email, I sat on the fence about this for a while. I was unsure if I really wanted to send the stuff over, and I was on the fence about it, but at the end, it's absolutely worth it, and I'm very glad I did it. After you get your invoice, you're going to come to orders. On the orders page, it's going to say status not paid, or invoice waiting, or the different steps of the process. You're going to open this up over here. When you open it up, it's going to have your order number. This here is going to be their shipping instructions. This will be available to you on your page, but it's the same as on mine. They give you the specific instructions you need for DHL shipping, how you should be filling everything out, etc. I will cover this at a later part of the video as I walk you through my shipping process and how I did it. When you come down here, it's going to let you download your invoice. When you download your invoice, your payment instructions are going to be here. You will need to do a wire transfer payment to them. The wire transfer has to be received before they will unlock your ECU. You can send your DME first or do the wire transfer first. I did the wire transfer first because I didn't want any delays once they had my DME. But you can choose to do it either way. Any of the major banking institutions will do it. It is important to note that you do want to make the wire transfer in euro. That way it does not incur a fee for you. Any of the major banks will do the wire transfer for you. Some credit unions and stuff might take a while for the transfer to happen. My transfer was available within a few hours with Bank of America. Bank of America was a good bank to do this with, so if you bank with them. Something else to note is although you're sending the ECU to Helsinki, Finland, their bank is actually in Lithuania. So when asked where you're sending the money, you have to say Lithuania or they will not be able to find the SWIFT code. The SWIFT code is where it says BIC. That is what gives your bank all the information of the exact bank that they're trying to get the transfer to. The IBAN is their direct account number. And they will verify that everything is to SL Global, etc. Your bank will go over all of this with you. You do have to make sure that the money you're sending them is free of any fees. So if your bank is charging any fees, you need to make sure that you're covering it, and they do that when it says commission hour type. That means that all of the fees are on you, and they're going to get the total amount of the invoice in euros. It is important to note that you must put your invoice number in the comment section of your wire transfer, as that's how they will identify what invoice is being paid. Not doing so may lead to delays. Moving on to the shipping portion of your DME. The first thing you're going to want to do is get some painter's tape. You want to write your name, VIN number, ECU type, unlock required, and your shipping address. As far as everything we need to fill out for DHL, I will note that you cannot seal the box before you go to DHL. This box that my DME is pictured in was actually provided by DHL, as it was smaller and cheaper than the box I initially packed it in. You do need to label it a temporary export. They only take DHL Express. You must not declare a value of over 40 euros, and you must say that it is going in for testing, not repair, reflashing, or unlocking, or anything else like that, as that could cause you delays with customs. The description of the goods being shipped is going to be used engine control unit for testing. Once we've completed all these steps, we will go back to our orders page. We will click on this eyeball where you will submit a picture of the proof of payment, which is a picture of the receipt of your wire transfer, as well as add the tracking number provided by DHL. Now all that's left to do is sit back and anxiously wait for that ECU to return. I did add an air tag to mine, and I was able to track it there and back, although I must say that the DHL tracking was pretty precise. If there's anything I missed or you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this content, if it helped you, leave me a like, give it a subscribe. I will be vlogging and documenting the entire build on my A90 Supra.